Vince is in Accokeek on G&D. What's up, Vince?
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
How y'all doing?
Good, man.
So my under the radar guy, that I feel like don't get talked about a lot, but I think it's going to make a big impact is the center Tyler Biadasz.
That's my answer too, buddy.
We all know how well Dallas offensive line, has played, and it starts with the center. No disrespect to the left tackles. We know how important they are, but if the center position is trash, so is the rest of the offensive line. We can speak to that very well from last year.
They just went through centers the last 2 years, Vince. I mean, there's been 2 straight years. I don't know if last year was one of them, but 2 of the last 3, I think they went through 4
Gates
centers.
and Larson and Stromberg, and I mean, it feel like it was a new one every week.
Right. So I feel like as long as he stays healthy, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I think he's going to make a major difference, and I think that's going to do wonders for Jaden. To have that, that veteran savvy, that a guy who's seen a lot of coverages, a lot of different things. So Jaden make calls. So we'll see.
Appreciate the call, buddy. Before we talk about Tyler Biadasz, Darius, fire up some game show music. Ryan, I want you to spell Biadasz. I'm looking for a spelling for Tyler Biadasz's last name.
This is a tough one because I was typing in the call screen, Doc, and
yeah.
Biadasz.
That's a pretty good bid. That's a pretty good attempt.
You're wrong.
Yeah, missed the dismount there.
Darius. Tyler Biadasz.
All right. I'm gonna go with Biadasz. Biadasz.
You got the part wrong, right, that Ryan got wrong, but you botched another part. Biadasz is Biadaszz. Biadasz. So does he qualify as an under the radar addition? Here's why I asked that. They paid him $10 million a year. Who'd they pay more to in free agency than him?
It's a fair question.
He was literally the biggest splash they made. So if we're saying who's the under the radar signing that's going to give more than is expected, well, Dorrance Armstrong got good money, but he didn't get that much. I don't think anybody, top of my head here, got more money than Tyler Biadasz in free agency. And in fact, if you're looking at the Commanders' contracts at this point, how many guys on the team make more money than him this year? He would be top 5, I'd imagine, in salary. It'd be McLaurin, Payne, Allen.
So looking at his cap number, it's relatively low, but I think that's probably a structural thing.
Yeah.
But just in terms of the money, he's just over $4 million. So there's Armstrong, Davis, Mariota, Wagner, etc.
$10 million per.
Yeah, his AAV is higher than that. So here's why I do say it's under the radar, and your point is a good one, because you're right. They went and got him early and paid him market value and so on and so forth. I feel like I haven't heard it mentioned at all. Like, everybody's been focused on everything but the fact that they, in theory, at least have a solid, stable center, not a guy that was injured for 80% of snaps for the previous several years that had played guard, that Ron Rivera and company decided was their new center, and Nick Gates. And it feels like that position is solved with some veteran savvy to help a young quarterback. That, to me, is such a huge part of it, right? And I think Vince just brought this up a moment ago. The idea that you've got a neophyte back there taking things off his plate with a guy that knows what the hell he's about, knows what should happen, and has seen some things before, I think can only help. So I think he's important, and I don't hear a lot of focus on that. So maybe that's how he's under the radar, but your point is right. I mean, in free agency, they went and got him lickety-split.
Yeah, if you look at annual average value, Luvu actually got more, to answer my question. So, and Dorrance Armstrong's at 11. So it's McLaurin, Payne, and Allen of holdovers. And then Armstrong at 11, Luvu at 10.3, and Biadasz at 10, all basically within $1 million. Got roughly the same. But I would say, if you're doing a graphic, ESPN's in camp for a day, or NFL Network today was there, and they have a graphic up that says key additions. It would say Dorrance Armstrong, Frankie Luvu, Tyler Biadasz, Bobby Wagner, some variation of that. But I won't pick too many nits there. I certainly think he's got a chance to help a lot. Kind of a deeper cut if we're looking for one, a guy that's not being talked about. I do still think Austin Eckler has a chance to help a lot. He looks spry in practice today. And I know that this is the time of the year where if you're a shifty running back and no one's getting tackled,
You should look pretty good.
like this should be a good day for you. But I just thought he moved really well. I was surprised with some wiggle, some burst that he still had. Another guy I would throw out there is Jeremy Chin. He's super versatile. He's a Swiss Army knife. If this defensive coaching staff is who we think it is, I like that Dan Quinn and Joe Witt and this group is smart and uses guys in varied roles. Jeremy Chin should be the kind of guy that they should be able to max out. Play him at strong safety, play him at some free safety, put him at linebacker, get him down in the box, have him blitz occasionally, coming off the edge, wherever you want to put him. I just think Jeremy Chin is the positionless guy in today's NFL that makes a lot of sense to, try to just have basically the other team never know where he's going to be. Let's go to John in Ashburn on G&D. What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so I could care less if we say he's underrated or not as far as the signing goes, but definitely throw my hat in for the center because if you look at last year, we ranked 32nd of 32 teams in pressure percentage from the center position with Nick Gates. So regardless if you say he's underrated or under the radar or not, he's definitely probably going to have one of the biggest impacts of any off-season signing across the team.
Yeah, let's
Good
not
nugget right there.
overcomplicate it,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
He's
they
important,
needed a center
yeah.
badly. They got a center. That was arguably their biggest need going into the offseason.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the signing. I know he's not a world beater, but he's certainly better than what they got. I'll throw one more name at you, a guy that's under the radar that nobody's talking about. What about Dante Fowler? This is not a star by any stretch of the imagination, but he does have 45 career sacks over, I think it's 6 or 7 seasons playing in the NFL. I know he's bounced around a bunch, and he's never going to be the first-round superstar that everyone thought he was, but as a situational edge rusher, you could do a lot worse.
Well, and this is also probably a good landing spot as he could have asked for. Who is their Armstrong's their unquestioned starter on one side? Who is their other pass rusher? And even I'd throw Armstrong into this. I think he's going to be pretty good, but who scares you off the edge? Like, who is your speed, situationally used rusher to get to the quarterback? I think Fowler is the most likely guy to be that because Cleveland Farrell is going to play on rundown.
Yeah, 11 and a half sacks in 2019, then kind of moved into that
Think
part-time
about
role.
that, by the way, in one season.
11 and a half.
That's a big year.
Yeah, and then since then, he's been sort of,
What team was that?
That was the Rams. Playing opposite Aaron
I
Donald
remember
to help
that.
you.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it worse.
No, sir. Then since then, he's been kind of that backup rotational piece, and in a fraction of the snaps, has had 3 worst year, but then 4.5, 6, 4. Again, these aren't world-beating totals. This isn't T.J. Watt incarnate, but it's someone that certainly helps to be able to sort of bring as part of a group. I think he might have a nice year.